Guys, Brookhaven updated, and you can see on the right that a lot of new stuff was released. So today, I want to check out with you everything that was added in this new update. And for that, I brought this friend. He said, did you see that a lot of new stuff came out? Yes, I noticed that. They even released new houses. And I want to see all of that with you. So for that, I'm coming right up here. And I got this different vehicle for my friend to see. He even got here too. And it's a really different vehicle. And now we're coming up here to see what was released in the update. First, if I get a house in the game, you can see on the right that a new house was released, which is full of trees. It's a house that has a lot of trees, and also a house that has several secret versions. But it seems like my friend didn't understand that. And this house has several versions. This is the very first version. It's basically a really cool summer house. Up here we have a sign, and I'm going to write my name here. You can tell that this house is now mine. And if my friend wants this house, he's going to have to write his name. So he got here and wrote his name up there. Now this house is 100% his. It's a house that really has a lot of beds, while my house also has a lot of beds. But here I can also change this place, and I want to see everything that came out in the update, and also the secrets that are very hidden. But guys, my friend is so happy that it looks like he left the game. He literally disappeared. I don't know why he left the game. But here we have this door that apparently I can enter. And here we have a really weird bathroom. It's a really dirty bathroom. So I'm not going to sit here. And this is the dirtiest bathroom of all. But I don't know where the safe of these houses is, especially because it seems like it's really well hidden. And my friend finally came back here. He even laid down right on this spot. And now the lying down animations here have changed. It's really different. And it looks like my friend can move around here. Look, that's really cool. He just left the game and came back with new information about the update. And I don't know what's back here. So I'm coming here to check it out. And it looks like there's nothing special here. But it's a house that really has a lot of cool stuff. And back here, there's not much. I think most of the cool things in this house are right in the center of the house. But now I'm going to press a secret button to change the house I have. I'm going to get the lake house, and even my friend is coming here to see this. Look, I'm going to get the lake house because it looks really cool. There's also this paid house, and many other really cool ones. But first I want to sleep here to see if it works. And I really can sleep here. It's a very different house. But now I chose this house, and you can see that the lake was changed. Now we have a really cool lake here, and this is the most fun lake of all, because I can go down here. I really can swim. You can literally swim in this lake. Now he's coming here too, so he's going to have to jump in, and actually he's sitting. That's something I didn't even know you could do. But you can sit here. You can also grab this fishing rod to just fish here. But guys, the fishing system didn't have many changes. It's really not much better. And I don't know if there's a secret down here. So I'm going to have to go down to see if there's a secret. And for that I grabbed this flashlight on the right. And now I'm going down here. I want to see if my friend wants to come too. But it looks like he said no. He even jumped back here. So I'm going to jump down further. And I want to see what's down here. But it looks like there's nothing special. It's a really weird place. But I'm climbing up here to get out of here. I'm finally back. I even noticed that there's a gate in the house. I can probably close it if I want to. I just have to press this button up here. And now the gate is completely closed. Look, that's really cool. This house, surprisingly, has a gate, which is something my friend and I didn't know. But I'm leaving here to do a very important test. I got this car, and now I'm driving it in here to see if it falls in the water. And it really fell in here. Now I'm completely stuck underwater. I literally can't get out of here. And actually, I flew out. Look, that wasn't supposed to happen. Now I'm finally back here, and I teleported to my house. But my friend is in this room, and it looks like he's going to choose the next room. So I want to see which room he's going to get. Now he got the VIP one, and this room looks really cool. Actually, it's not just a room. It's a change to the whole house. The whole house is modified because of my friend, and he's even coming here to see it. He said, let's go upstairs to see everything. And we have to go up there, but I don't know how I'm going to get up there. But he just has to follow me, and eventually I'll figure it out. There's this staircase, and there's also this other staircase. So I'm going up the staircase, and meanwhile my friend is going up the other staircase, and he's coming up here. Guys, this is really cool. I'm coming up here too, because I want to follow my friend. I don't know where he's going, but I'm following him, and now he's arriving up here. This is really cool. You can walk on top of the houses, and this is one of the best updates ever. But besides being able to walk up here, it looks like nothing else changed down here. There weren't any modifications to the cabins. Literally nothing really changed. So it's time to go down here and press the next Brookhaven button. Perfect! I pressed it, and this bow just appeared here on the table. And my friend, for some reason, got teleported. He wasn't in the cabin, but he suddenly came back here. Guys, I grabbed this, but I don't know what it's for. And it looks like it was changed. The way I hold this bow actually changed, because it used to be very different. But now I'm going to shoot right here to see how this works. Perfect! I shot it up here, and it's much nicer now. The animation got a lot better, and it's way cooler. But on the left there's this gear button, and apparently I can change the color of the item. So I turned it red, but it didn't change anything at all. I don't know why it didn't change, and it's really weird. But this is for you to practice your aim. You can shoot up there, and I actually hit it. It was hard, but I managed to hit it. So now I want to see if I can hit the roof right there in front. Perfect! I shot there, but it didn't work. Look, I tried again, and I actually hit it here. You can see the arrow is right here. Now I'm shooting up front, and I actually hit the airport. That means means I can shoot really far. But even he's coming here. He said, do you think we can hit the mountain? Look, there's only one way to find out, and it looks like he's coming here to help me figure out if it works. So I'm going to let my friend shoot up front. Apparently he shot the arrow, and it landed down there. It landed really close to the mountain, but now he shot it again. And guys, he hit really close to the mountain. Now you can shoot these arrows much farther than before, because in the past you couldn't shoot them that far. But I'm coming here to choose the next house, and I don't know which house I'm going to pick. It could be this one or even this other house. But my friend showed up right in front, and there's nothing else for you to see here. So I picked this other house, and this house looks really different, and my friend was even teleported here. He's even leaving now. He sat right in this chair, and it looks like there's going to be a show up front. I didn't understand what this is, but I'm coming up here to perform. Look, this is really weird. I just appeared here, and now I'm simply dancing, and I want to see what he thinks about it. But he got up here, and it looks like he didn't like it very much. He said, this show is terrible. Look, if the show is so terrible, then I want him to do it himself. He's going to have to put on a performance, but I doubt his performance will be any good. Now he showed up here, and he started dancing like this. But it's not very impressive. It's really not that cool. I think I was dancing better than you before, but this version of the house isn't very different. It only added this theater, but there's nothing else secret here, and there's nothing special in the cabins. Actually, there are a lot of cameras in the cabins, so maybe there's some hidden secret. Now I'm leaving here to get the last house, and this last house looks really cool. So I picked it, and my friend was teleported here. Every time I change houses, he's teleported. But now there's something really weird here. You can see that we have this statue with a hippo here. I don't know what that means, but I'm coming right over here, and for some reason there's this giant rug. It's staring at me. He said, what if there's a secret here? Look, there's a really high chance. We have to find out what secret is hidden here. But guys, that's not all that came in the update. There were more things released, but we have to find out what's down here. So now I'm digging here. I gave this item to my friend too. He also has to dig here to try to find out what's down below. But I'm looking here, and apparently there's nothing special down here. Look, that's really weird. I don't know why they did this, but it doesn't make sense. You can climb up here if you want, but it's really hard. It's almost impossible to get up here. Perfect, I did it, and now I'm part of the statue. Even my friend crouched down, and this secret is really weird. I don't know what this was supposed to be. I just know that this house must be hiding some secret, but I still haven't figured out what secret they're hiding. But I noticed that this house has this button, and that's going to be really important. So I'm coming over here, and I'm going to activate all the effects possible. I just flooded my Brookhaven house, and you can see that a lot of water appeared here. Look, this is really different. There's even fire appearing here. My friend is coming here to hide, but he's looking at the fire. He said, how is the water on fire? Look, what he said is actually true. I don't know how it's on fire in here when there's literally water, but I'm going to turn off these buttons, especially because this isn't necessary. And actually, later today, I want to test everything that came out in the update. So first my friend is leaving here, but on the right I'm going to get a giant truck to test a really interesting secret. And if my friend wants, he can get inside. But actually he's really confused because he doesn't know why I got a truck. But I'm bringing this truck right here, but it's really hard to get through. Perfect! The truck is right in this spot. And now I'm going to change the map. I'm going to get the water map. And now according to my calculations, the truck is going to look like this. Actually, that didn't work very well. Guys, the truck wasn't supposed to end up like this. It was supposed to become a natural bridge over the water. And now the truck is just stuck here. Look, that's not very cool. I don't know how, but the truck is inside the ground, and my friend literally broke everything. Perfect! I got the truck again, and now I'm going to do it the right way. But I'm sure this is going to be really hard. Now my friend changed the map, and the truck just fell in here. My plan didn't work out very well, but I'm leaving here to test the next secret. The best part is that I can jump here and get to the top of my house way easier than before. But if I grab this item on the right, you can see that new stuff was added. But my friend abandoned me. He got this new house and is coming here to test the secret by himself. He literally abandoned me. But he found out that you can change the color of the roof. And that's something even I didn't know. But you can see that this house has a bunch of cameras. So I'm coming here to invite him to test all the Brookhaven secrets. And now I want to see the new items that were added. Here on the right you can see this new item. And if I place it, it looks like this. And you can move around like this. Guys, this is really weird. I'm literally completely glitched, and I don't know how this is possible. But now it's my friend's turn to test this. But I accidentally removed the item, and if he wants, he can come back here. You can even see that now he's normal, and suddenly he started spinning like this. Look, this is really weird. I finally got a car, and I'm going to place this item on top to see if it really works. But on top of the car, this item doesn't work, and that's really sad. This item was supposed to work on top of the car, but it doesn't move while I'm on the car. And for some reason, my friend started speeding up front. He's really going way too fast. I don't know why he's going so fast, but it looks like he wants to jump in this part of Roblox. Look, that's not how you do it. It's better if he lets me drive this, because I know how to do it better than he does. And if he wants, he can keep this item that's up here. He just got here now. But I'm going to speed up back here, and now I'm going to have to fly. Perfect! I finally managed to fly the way he tried to do before, and it actually worked. But now I want to get the next item. So on the right, I grabbed this item, and it's really weird. It's basically an item where you cook food, and I'm not really sure what food is being made made here. I only figured out that it's an egg. That's the only thing I recognized. But there's also a secret button. Guys, I'm going to press the secret button to see what it does. Now there's this purple thing, but I don't know what that could be. It doesn't look very healthy. So I changed it, and now there are pancakes here. But I changed it again, and now it probably has beans. Then I changed it again to see what shows up. Now this food appeared, and it even shoots out fire. Look, this is really cool. It's like it's actually working. My Brookhaven food is being made. You can even see there's fire underneath, and it's really hard to see. But there's actually fire in this Roblox item. He said, what else was released? Look, besides this item, there was also a new item released, which is this item on the right. It's a really weird item, and it's basically a bunch of balloons that you can throw at cars and more. It really works. He's throwing it here, but I threw it too, and this isn't working very well. Every time he throws it, it doesn't work, and the balloon ends up hitting him instead. I don't know how that's possible. But I can throw this in different places, and sometimes it doesn't work very well, and sometimes it does. This is the siege item, but I have to get back to the car quickly, and my friend has to come back too, because there are more secrets I want to test, and also things that came out in the update that you didn't notice. But now I'm back at the house, and I have to figure out where the safe of this house is. He said, I know where it is, and I doubt he knows where the safe is, but he placed a safe here. Look, that didn't help much, because I know you're the one who placed it, but I have to find out where the safe is in this special Brookhaven house. But now I closed the gate, and my friend came back here behind it. Guys, he got stuck behind the gate and can't get back in. So I came back here to the campfire. I put some food on it, and now I'm enjoying the night. Now he finally got here and realized he could jump over it. But this new house that was released looks like the new Roblox horror game, which is a game where you have to survive in the forest. That was probably the inspiration they had to make this house. But now I got this Brookhaven house, and my friend fell in the water. He even ended up coming back here. Look, that wasn't very cool. And now he went to the bathroom, but he left because he realized the bathroom is already dirty. But I already saw that he was the one who did that. So I placed this item here, and actually I got this other item, and now it makes a lot of sense. This item was made for camping. After all, camping happens in the middle of nowhere. It happens in the middle of the forest, but I don't know what my friend is doing here. It looks like he's trying to scare me, and he almost did, because suddenly he got weird. And for some reason I can close windows, and that's something I really didn't expect. But he's calling me over here, so I got to this part. Now he teleported and placed a pool here, but I didn't fall in the pool. I don't know why, but he thought I was going to fall in the Brookhaven pool. Brookhaven finally updated, and you can see they released this new house. It's 2 cabins in the middle of the forest with several secret versions. And today I want to test all the secrets from the update with you. So for that, I called this friend of mine. He said, let's go. We have to camp today. And guys, that's true. I rented the campsite just so we could camp. So we can't waste time. We have to run back here. But unlike him, I made this avatar, which is basically a summer avatar. And my friend arrived here, and he has a camping avatar, while I have a summer avatar. So we're getting here. Guys, I'm coming up front because our campsite is pretty far. It's right here, literally in the middle of the forest. But I don't know if I should be scared of that, especially because it's in the middle of nowhere. And this is the campsite owner, and it looks like he has something to say. He said, here are the campsite rules, and also things you should never do. But it looks like my friend grabbed this paper, and he said, we don't need this. I'm throwing it away. My friend really threw it away. Look, I don't think he should have thrown that away, especially because we have to test the secrets of this house. So we need to know the rules. What my friend did was horrible. So much that it looks like this player is going to leave. He's grabbing his car, and he left. But now let's test the secrets in this Brookhaven house. So I'm getting here, and there's really a lot that came in the update. It looks like my friend is bringing the car here. But look, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. And somehow he did. The car is basically here, and we can finally camp in peace. So now I'm going to change clothes. And for that I closed the curtain, and these clothes of mine aren't very good. But my friend came here, and it looks like he pressed a button there that made my car fall into the water. Guys, I really don't know why he did that. He ruined my Brookhaven car. My car is literally in the water, all because of my friend. Now he got here. He said, let's test the secrets. Yeah, that's true. But look, he ruined my car. And if my car's in the water now, it's because of him. My friend also threw the paper with the rules away, and I don't know why he did that. But now I can just sit here. I can grab this fishing rod, and I can actually fish. Look, this is really cool. But unfortunately, there are no fish. You can see we're catching absolutely nothing, especially because there are no fish here. I think it's time to remove this car. So I'm going to drive this car, but I don't know how I'm going to get it out of here. Now it's flying like this, and it fell into the water. My car is really stuck here, and I won't be able to get the light out of here. My car is literally underwater. This is really weird. For the first time, I'm seeing what it's like to be in a car underwater. But I'd better get out of here, because now I have to grab this house so we can test the secrets here. But suddenly I had an idea. You need to get a car and leave the car right here in the garage. Now my friend is coming here to do that, and it's going to be really important. You can see he got a bus for some reason. Look, this car is way too big. Now I close the garage, and you can see the bus is going to get completely glitched. This is literally literally flying here. This is really something that should be impossible to do, and it's a secret I'm sure you didn't know. Now we're literally flying here. My friend is trying to get back to normal, and he actually managed to get his car back to normal, and it wasn't as hard as it seems. But now I'm going to go up here like this. And guys, my friend has to come up here too. Now he's finally climbing up here to basically help me check out the secrets. But he's staring at me. He said, what if there's an animal chasing us at night? But I think that's impossible to happen. And I'm seeing that it's really going to happen. But guys, in case you didn't know, there are several secrets here. I can grab this item on the right, and I can place this tent right here in the middle of nowhere. But this isn't a good spot. This one's way better. I can literally sleep here if I want to. And you can see my friend is coming, and he actually got here. But look, I want to test with you the biggest secrets of all. But for that I have to turn my avatar back to normal, and I don't want to stay like that anymore. And if my friend wants, he can turn back to normal too. But it looks like he doesn't want to do that. Now he's going downstairs, probably because he's going to sleep, especially since it's really late. You can see it's getting completely dark, so I'm probably going to have to sleep here. Now I lay down, and I'm going to sleep in this totally different house, even before testing all the Brookhaven secrets. But I don't know what's happening here, because there's an animal coming up front, and for some reason it's watching our house. Guys, I don't know what animal this is, but for that I grab this flashlight, and I have to see what animal this is now. So I'm going downstairs, and now I'm watching it. But it looks like it's the deer, and it's from that horror game. I don't know what it's doing here, but I think I'd better get out of here. So I'm running here, and I have to escape from it, especially because I don't know what's going on here. Now I'm hiding in the bathroom, but it's really close. I don't know if it noticed I'm here in the bathroom, but now it's going over there, and it finally left. Guys, I'm officially free, and I have to tell my friend what happened. Now he got up, but look, a deer showed up inside here, and it almost attacked me in Brookhaven. But my friend got really confused. He said, that doesn't exist. Are you lying? Look, I'm not lying. I really saw a deer in here. So as soon as the sun comes up, we're going to have to find out where this deer is. Now it looks like he went to sleep, so I'm going to lock the house so it doesn't come in here. I'm really scared of this. The good thing is that it really left, and it's not going to bother us anymore. But guys, it looks like he's back there, and I'm watching. He's right here. Look, I'm going to get out of here and pretend I'm sleeping. That's the only way he'll leave me alone. Now it really looks like he disappeared. So I'm sleeping here. But now it's finally morning, and it looks like this player is coming back here again. He came here to get his house back, but I have some very important news to tell him. I want this house for one more day. I know he's coming here to get it back, but I still haven't tested the secrets I want to test in this house. He said, you'll have to pay money. Look, I have no problem with that. I'm going to pay money to stay one more night here, and he can take all that money in Brookhaven, but I also want him to tell me what that thing was that showed up at night. He said, if you hadn't thrown the paper away, you'd know what that was. Look, I wasn't the one who threw it away. It was actually my friend, who just woke up right here, but I want him to explain what that is. He said, the deer shows up at night and attacks everyone it sees. Okay, that's really scary. Now it looks like he left with his car, and he's going to leave us alone again. He literally left. But now I need my friend's help. He has to help me test the secrets. He said, there are 3 new items. Did you know that? Look, I already knew. But I want him to place the 3 items here, because I want to see if he really knows which items were added. So I'm watching the items he's grabbing. Look, that item isn't new. So he removed it. Now he placed this new item. And he also placed this new item. And also this other item. These are the 3 items that were added. And surprisingly, he actually got it right. But guys, this item is my favorite item, especially because you can keep moving like this. This is really different. It's an item that moves non-stop. And that's actually really weird when you stay like this. But now I got out of here, and I want to see what this Roblox item does. It's basically a food pot, but there's a secret button there, and apparently my friend pressed it, and you can see there's this pot with this completely purple weird thing. Look, that doesn't look very healthy. I want him to press the button again, and now the pancakes showed up. Now this thing appeared, and I don't know what that is. And lastly, these eggs showed up. Look, that's a pretty cool one, but it looks like there are more things here. There's this food that apparently went bad. There's also this other food, but accidentally my friend discovered that there's even more food in this pot, and that's something I really didn't know. There are also these balloons that I can throw wherever I want. This is literally so cool. Look, I want him to grab that too, because this is how we're going to scare the deer away. And as soon as that animal shows up here, we're going to attack it at night, so it never comes back here again. And it looks like he got that, but he's still really confused. It's because he hasn't seen that animal. But I want to test more secrets that I'm sure you've never seen before. So I'm coming here, and I'm going to have to choose another secret button in this house. And I picked exactly this one. Here we have this really cool bow, where I can hit these targets. But this bow, surprisingly, has a secret. That even made my friend confused, because he doesn't know what the secret is. But this item didn't use to work with long distances. But now I can come here and shoot this arrow forward, and the arrow actually reaches here. That's a really interesting thing. Now he's running back here because he wants to see if the arrow is still there. But the arrow already disappeared. So much that my friend is right here. Now he put this apple on top of his head. He said, I dare you to hit the apple. Look, I'm going to hit that apple, but that's going to be really hard. Now I shot here, and I almost hit my friend. Guys, the arrow landed right here. He even looked at it, and I don't know if he trusts me. So this time I'm really going to hit it. Perfect. I shot here. here. And this time I hit behind my friend. He's even looking at it, and it looks like he's not scared, but he ran away from here, and it really looks like he's scared. But I want to see if it's possible to hit this apple, because it's in the middle of nowhere. So I'm aiming here, but it's really hard, and it actually looks like I hit the apple. Guys, I finally managed to do it. So it's really possible to hit the Brookhaven apple, but it's pretty hard, and it actually looks really nice. Even my friend is coming here to see it, and it's really cool. I hit the apple again, and that's really interesting. I don't know why he didn't trust me. He's looking at it, but it seems like he got really scared. He said, "You almost hit me 3 times." And that's actually true, but I'm going to let him try to hit the apple up here. So he's going back there. And I even want to see if he'll make it. Look, it's not as hard as it looks. And he actually managed to hit it. Guys, that worked. And I just got out of here. And everything really worked. But it's starting to get dark. And we'd better go back home to test more secrets. So I'm running here to test as many secrets as possible from this Brookhaven update. He's following me. Now I'm going to choose this house. And here you can make a theater. So I'm sitting here. And I want to see what my friend is going to do. But he showed up right there and started dancing. Look, but he's dancing outside the theater. And he noticed that. So he came here and started dancing again. But this friend of mine is really weird. And now it's officially night, and that's not very cool. It's good that he's careful so the deer doesn't show up here, but now he's sitting, and I'm coming here to test another secret. I'm going to have to press this last button, and now these things appeared, and there's a giant statue here that has a hippo. It's a really different statue, and for some reason, my tent is flying here, but I had an idea. I placed 2 chairs here so we can look at this statue. It's a really different statue, but for my safety, I have to close this gate to keep the deer from coming here, especially because I'm really scared of it. But guys, I'm sure we're safe, especially because there's a lot of light here, and the deer wouldn't attack a place with so much light. But my friend is staring at me. He said, "What if the light attracts him?" Look, that's a big possibility. So maybe I have to turn off all the lights I can. I'm going to press this red button, and now I'm going to activate this button, and we're totally without light in the house. There's literally no light anymore. But it's time for my friend to come back here. I'm even going to activate this button, and now he's back. But for some reason, he's really scared. It looks like he's really scared. Look, I don't know why he's scared, but I'm looking outside, and there's nothing unusual. And actually, I'm seeing here, and it looks like the deer is right in front of us. Guys, we better get out of here. So much that he already ran out, and I don't know why he's so scared. But he's coming here, so I locked my house, because I don't want him to come inside. He's literally at the door. Now, he finally left. Look, I think we're safe and we can get out of here, but I have to be really careful not to find him again. So I opened the door, and I locked the door so my friend stays safe. Look, be really careful, and hide inside, because now I'm going to find out where he is. I have this item that's going to help me attack him, because I'll be able to defend myself, but I don't know where he is. And then he just showed up here. Look, this is really scary. I'm throwing it here, but it doesn't do anything. The balloon isn't making him go back. Actually, he's just standing still. He's just watching me in Brookhaven. Now he decided to come over here, but I have to run away from here, and he's still coming after me. Guys, he's really chasing me, and I don't know how I'm going to get away from him, because he won't stop following me. So I'm running up here, because I have to escape this deer, but it looks like it's finally getting bright, and it looks like the deer left and is hiding in the forest. Guys, this is really weird. He went into the forest in a very specific place. The good thing is that I'm safe, so I went back home. Even my friend left, and it's time for us to leave. We're both really scared, and the owner of the house just came back here, but he wants to say something to us. He even came closer. He said, "Do you want to stay one more night?" Look, actually, I'm leaving, because I'm really scared of this place. This is the scariest place ever. For those of you who don't know, something really bad happened. Basically, my friend is gone. He used to live right in this house, and today is going to be his funeral. But everything here is really strange. People don't really know what happened. It really doesn't make any sense. But I'm coming here to drive my car, especially because he was my friend. I want to know more or less what happened, especially because few people know the truth about what happened, and they're all here at the cemetery. So I have to ask them about the truth. So I'm arriving right here, directly at the cemetery. I'm going to leave my car parked around here, and now I'm coming here to leave a flower, especially because all of this is really unfair. Perfect. I left the flower here. I can't believe this happened, but I'm going back over here, especially because I want to see what he has to say. He said he was a really good person. It's a shame he's gone, but I want to know more or less everything that happened, because I don't know anything. So he came closer. He said, from what it seems, no one knows what happened. Okay, this is really sad. My friend is gone, and people don't know what happened. Now he sat down here, and another player stood up to say something about my friend. He said, I didn't even know him. I just came here because they said there would be free candy. Guys, that's really weird. I don't know how he has the courage to say that, but he sat down here, and he is with us here at the cemetery. But guys, back here there's a really strange person. He ran off from there, but for some reason, he looks like my friend. I'm coming here to see what happened, and it looks like the hot dog truck is right here, and now he just left. Guys, that was really strange. I don't really know what happened here, but I have to follow this player, especially because he looks like my friend. But later, I'll come back to the cemetery. I'm going to take my car and leave. I have to follow this player right away. So I'm running up front. This player is coming over here. Guys, he looks like my friend. The hair is basically the same, but I don't know why he's running away from me. Guys, I'm going after him, and I won't stop. But now he started speeding up a lot and left. He really disappeared. I don't know where he went. I just know that was really strange. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But I'm going back to the funeral, especially because maybe all of this was just my imagination, because I'm not accepting everything that happened. And because of that, I started seeing my friend around. That would explain a lot. But now I'm going back right here, directly to the cemetery. Guys, it's really sad everything that's happening. This player stood up here. I think now it's the burial part. Now my friend is going to be buried. So this player is digging here, and the other one came back to get the coffin. Guys, he's moving things here, and this is my friend's coffin. But guys, it looks like it's empty. But now it even looks like he got scared, because he wasn't expecting this to happen. And actually, I wasn't expecting this either. I don't know how it's possible that my friend isn't here. And guys, now he's even staring at me, and he also doesn't really know what's going on. He said, this doesn't make sense. He should be here. Maybe the only reason he's not in the coffin is because he's alive. This player is still digging back here. Now he's looking over here, and it even seems like he got scared too, because he didn't expect something like this to happen. Guys, so this means that my friend is alive here in Brookhaven, and we need to find out now where he is. So he's coming here to my car. It looks like that other player came too. I don't know if he should go, especially because he already said he only came here for the candy. So now it looks like he's coming up front. He's going back to his house in Brookhaven. But now a van just showed up. I don't know what this van is doing, but the scientist is calling him over. Now he's getting closer. But guys, I'm coming here too, because I want to see what's going to happen. I don't know what the scientist is doing. He noticed that I'm here, and now it looks like he got really scared. He just left. Guys, I don't know what that was, but I just know it was really strange. But he's looking over here. He said, I think he tried to kidnap me, and you saved me. No, I don't agree with that, because that doesn't make sense. That scientist has no reason to kidnap Brookhaven players. That literally makes no sense. But we have to focus on what's important, which in this case is rescuing my friend. My friend used to live right here, in this yellow house. It's a house that now is completely empty, and simply doesn't work anymore. But for some reason, the light is still on. But maybe that's normal. Now he's going upstairs, and entering my friend's house. He said, that's weird. When someone is no longer alive, the house's power gets cut. Okay, this makes things even weirder. It's strange that my friend's house still has power. There's something really weird happening here, and I have no idea what it is. But now that van just passed by. Now it looks like he's coming up front, probably to his house in Brookhaven. I don't really know what he's doing here. He lives in the farthest place of all, and I have to go there to investigate what's going on. But now, apparently he said goodbye, and he's just leaving. Guys, he's going back to his house, especially because it's getting dark. In this case, this is his house. But guys, until now, I haven't seen that player who had the hot dog truck. I have to find out where he is, because maybe that way I'll find out where my friend is, if the hot dog seller really is my friend. So I'm passing by here, and I'm going to wait for this player to come by. As soon as he passes here, I'm going to start following him, even if that takes a long time. But now it's completely nighttime, and this player still hasn't come by. Guys, I'm starting to get really tired, because I've been here all day, but now there's a really strange player passing by, which is the hot dog seller. Guys, I have to go after him to understand what's happening here. So I'm getting closer. Guys, I'm coming up to his car, and this is my friend, but he just ignored me and walked up ahead. He's arriving at the doctor's house. I don't know why my friend pretended to be gone, and I also don't know why he's ignoring me, but I'm urgently following him to find out the truth about what's going on, because this makes no sense at all. Apparently he's right here. I'm going to leave my car in this spot, and apparently he's going to the back, but he's ignoring me. But I already realized that you're alive. He said, I've always been alive. The ones who decided to have a funeral were you. Look, we had a funeral because he disappeared for weeks. We thought that was really the end for him, but now he's looking over here. I don't really know what he's looking at, but he wants to see what's going on inside. But guys, there's a player right here. I don't really know what's happening, but the doctor is right here. Apparently this player became a test subject for the scientists' experiments, and now these green rays are showing up. I don't know what's happening here, but he's shooting those rays non-stop, and now the player has red eyes. I don't know if it's a good thing for him to have red eyes. I just know this is really weird. We're watching everything that's happening here. This is really weird. But now he was handcuffed and is being taken into the cage. Guys, this is really strange. I don't know what's going on here. I just know that now he picked up this notebook and is writing something important. Probably all of this is part of the experiments he's doing. Guys, this is really weird. He's basically using people for scientific experiments. Guys, this is really strange. Even my friend is looking over here. He said, we have to free him. He doesn't deserve to be there. Yes, that's true. This player being imprisoned there is really unfair. But the scientist is distracted right now, and this is the perfect moment to go in and set the player free. It looks like my friend is going back there because he's going in to save him. Guys, I'm going to stay outside waiting, especially because I'm really scared. I can't just walk in there while the scientist is still around. Now my friend is going downstairs and watching the scientist, but this scientist is really strange. Now he just stood up. He said, I've been waiting for you. Guys, this is really strange. I don't know what's going on here. I just know that now my friend is running away. He's basically coming back upstairs and escaping from here. I'm hiding right here. My friend came up a bit, and the scientist is coming to try to stop my friend here in Brookhaven, but he's right over there in front. While the scientist is distracted, I'm going to free the player who's trapped because he's acting really weird. Guys, I'm running downstairs. I'm going to jump down here, and now I'm going to open this cell. But guys, there's something really strange happening here. There are 2 aliens right in this area. I don't know why the scientist has them. I just know this is really strange, but I'm going to free this player now. He's free and can leave this place. I'm sure he's really happy, but he's acting weird. I don't really know what's going on, but he's not saying anything. He's acting really strange. But now the doctor showed up back here, and now it even looks like he got surprised, because he wasn't expecting this. He wasn't expecting his test subject to be freed, but he's right here in front, and suddenly he disappeared. Guys, I don't know what that was, but he just vanished. Now he's looking at me. He's aiming this Brookhaven item at me. He said, "This is all your fault. I was going to achieve immortality because of him." Guys, I don't know what he's talking about, but my friend got here, and now he's breaking that button, and now everything turned red. The alarm was just triggered. Now he's looking back here. I'm getting out of here fast. Guys, I have to escape before it's too late. So now both of us are coming up front. He's going to get his car, and now we have to escape fast to avoid problems, especially because I don't know what's happening. I just know that I ended up saving a player who literally just vanished. But guys, I'm still following him, but he got out of his car, probably to get into mine. I don't know why he did that. He left his car in the middle of the street. He said he put a TNT in my car. It's going to self-destruct at any moment. Guys, that can't be true, but his car was completely destroyed. I don't know what happened here. I just know this car is really destroyed. I think it's time to get out of here. But guys, there's a problem. That van is coming over here. We need to leave right now. I'm escaping up front, and that van is towing the car away. I don't really know what it's doing, but it's taking that car far away, probably to hide the evidence so the police don't see it. Guys, this is really strange. He took that car into the ocean. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And now he's writing that down. He said, the evidence has been eliminated. Now I just have to eliminate the two players. I think I already know who he's talking about. He's literally talking about both of us. So we have to get out of here now before it's really too late. So I'm coming back up here to my Roblox house. I'm going to leave my car right here, but now it's finally getting brighter. It's becoming daytime again, and now we have a very important mission, which is to survive. But I don't know what's happening back here. That player from before is right here. Look, I don't know if that's a good thing, but my friend is getting closer. I don't know what's happening with this player, but ever since that happened, he never came back to normal. I don't know if there's a way to save this player, but my friend picked up this drink. He got closer and gave it to this player. I don't know how that's going to help him. Actually, I'm sure it won't help. Now it looks like he finally woke up, and he's back to normal. His eyes finally went back to normal. Guys, we just found the cure for all the infected. Now he even said hi. But now both of us have to leave immediately before the scientist gets close to us and tries to eliminate us. So I'm going back to my car. Apparently he's coming back too, and we have to escape this neighborhood quickly. Actually, the scientist just passed by over there, and guys, I have to follow him to find out what his plans are. He's going to turn right over there to head back to his house. So guys, I'm going to follow him without letting him notice that I'm coming after him, because he must not find out. Now I'm slowly moving forward, but he's already at his house. He placed the TNT right here and just activated it, but I don't know why he did that, and now his house started catching fire. Everything is burning because of the TNT. Guys, that was really strange. He just destroyed his house, and he left without even seeing me back here, but he destroyed all the evidence. Guys, I have to go after him, because I can't let him escape, and actually, I have to make sure he gets arrested. He said, wait, go to his house and get the evidence. I'll go after him. Okay, I'm going to do that. Guys, I don't think the situation back there is very good, but I'm heading back. I'm grabbing the skateboard that's back here, and now I'm coming faster. Meanwhile, my friend is coming up front to chase that player, and I'm getting here too. But guys, his house is burning a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to save any evidence that's in his house, especially because everything here is being completely destroyed, and I simply can't do anything because this is already too much. Guys, I'm going to get out of here because there's not much I can do, and now his house has been completely destroyed. All the evidence was destroyed, but he's right back here. He said, get in the van now. Guys, this is terrible. I don't know what happened, but my friend isn't here. My friend didn't go after the player, and now he got here, and I had to get into his van because he's dangerous. He drove off, and I'm being taken up front. I don't know where I'm being taken. I also don't know if my friend is coming to save me here in Brookhaven. Guys, this is terrible because this scientist is really weird, and he wants to find out how to become immortal. The scientist is coming up front, but my friend came down here, and now he's going after the scientist. Guys, it's a really good thing he's coming here because now I can jump out of this car and go back to my Roblox car. And now he just ran out of here. We managed to escape successfully, and everything turned out fine. He said, we need to come up with a plan to stop him. He wants to be immortal, and he's doing experiments. Look, now that makes more sense. Now that my friend explained that, everything makes a lot more sense. But I doubt the police are going to help us, especially because I doubt they care about this. So my friend is going over to talk to the police officer to see if he's going to help us. But guys, everything that has happened so far has been really strange. His house was completely destroyed. All the evidence that was here got destroyed, but we saved that player, who's now watching TV. I also wonder if that house wasn't destroyed just to eliminate evidence, but my friend is coming back here, and it looks like the police officer came too. He agreed to help us. Now that we have a police officer in the car, this is going to be much better. He's going to have to place spikes on the road to stop that scientist, and finally, he'll be arrested for everything he did. But before that, I'm coming up here so he can see what happened to the scientist's house, because everything here was completely destroyed. This is really strange. He left, and now it looks like he got really scared. This is seriously weird, but now we need to carry out our plan. So for that, I'm coming into this tunnel, and my friend and the police officer are going to have to stay here, ready to catch the player. Now both of them are right here. They placed spikes here, and also on this other side. If a car passes through here, it's going to lose its tires, which will make it stop. And the car we want to stop is the scientist's car. But he's coming here. Guys, this is bad, because now, once again, I'm being chased. But maybe this is actually really good, because he's going to fall into the trap. Now I'm coming around the side. I'm having to go back into the neighborhood, and I'm going to make him fall into the trap, which means I just have to turn here here, and then he'll drive right into it. So I'm coming through here, but I turned at this spot. He didn't see it and went straight ahead. That broke all his tires. Everything is completely destroyed, but he's running away. Everyone is chasing him, but at this speed, he's going to get away. So guys, I have to stop him now. So I'm getting right here, and now this is the end for him. There's no way he can escape from here. Really, this is the end for him. More people showed up here, and now officially, he's going to be arrested. He's going to jail for everything he did. But now some time has passed, and the player is being interrogated. We want to find out everything that happened. He said, I tried to save all of you from something really bad that's going to happen. Actually, that's not exactly what happened. He actually tried to eliminate everyone. Guys, this scientist is really weird, but the good thing is that he's in jail. And now I'm a real police officer, and so is my friend. We all became police officers here at the station. In Brookhaven, you can have lots of cars, and you can customize them by adding spoilers. But today, I want to test the modifications that are banned in Brookhaven. I'm going to test modifications that you shouldn't do to your car. I'm going to test many ways to put a rocket on my Brookhaven car, easy ways and hard ways, to make my car really different. So for that, I called a friend, and he said, this world is really different. You can only move houses if you win the race. And that's true. I'm not allowed to move houses, because first I have to participate in a race. But the race has a very important rule. Your car has to be really different. This player's car is a red bus, and the cars from the owners of these houses are completely hidden. I don't know what cars they have, but my friend has to come inside because we have to move houses. And I also want to test a way to put a rocket on my car. Guys, the judge is watching here, and I want to see if he's going to let me join a race. He said, put something different on your car, like a rocket. Guys, he wants me to put a rocket, but to do that is harder than it looks. So I'm coming here to the front, and I'll have to make some modifications to my car. So for that I'm arriving here, and for some reason there's a truck in this part, but the truck disappeared and only the cargo was left. Look, this is really weird, but I'm coming right here, because I'll have to flip my car like this. I'm going to flip my car just like that, and now I can make some modifications. He said, leave the rocket for later. First, let's test something different. Okay, I'll do what he asked, because later I'm going to test several ways to put a rocket on my car, and there are about 3 ways. But here on the right, I have to get a very specific item. I'm going to get this smoke right here, and place it on the back of my car. And maybe this turned out really cool. Guys, my car went back to normal, and now it looks like there's smoke coming out of here. But there's a problem. The smoke didn't appear, and actually the smoke is under the map. Unfortunately, this didn't work. Even my friend is coming here to the front, because maybe he knows a way to fix it. He's actually coming back to the neighborhood, and I don't know if he should come back here. He's even going up here, and it looks like he wants to make the car fall exactly here. But that's going to be really hard, and he did it. Now I'm going to be able to test the thing I want to put on my car. I'm just going to grab the smoke on the right, and I'm going to place the smoke exactly in this part. Then I'll do the same on the other side. And now my car looks really cool. But I don't know how I'm going to get my car out of here. And my friend has to get out of my car, especially because I'm going to drive this. Perfect! I'm driving the car. But I don't know how I'm going to get it out of here. My car is literally stuck in the backyard, and it's impossible to get it out. So I'm accelerating, and it really looks like this smoke is coming from the tire. I'll have to find a way to get out of here. Now I'm placing this ladder here, and I'm trying to get out, but it's really hard. Look, I think I just lost my car, because it's simply stuck in my house, and I won't be able to get it back. He said, do the race with a skateboard. Maybe you'll win it. Look, it's impossible to win a race literally using a skateboard. That's impossible. But guys, this is the only choice I have. So here on the right, I have to grab a skateboard, and now I want to do the race. Even my friend must be hoping that I win. But actually, he just went back to his house, and he really doesn't want to see this happening. So now I have to choose a player that I'm going to race against. But I don't know which one I'm going to choose. I'm even looking back here, and this horse seems easy to beat, while this bus seems impossible. So I choose the horse. Now he understood that, and he's going there to call the player. And I chose him because I have chances of winning against him. Now the race is finally going to start, and even I want to see if I'm going to win this. I'm literally racing against a horse while I'm on a skateboard. But later today, I'm going to test ways to get a rocket on my Brookhaven car so I can become really fast and win against all the players. Perfect! I'm on a skateboard, and the race finally started. I'm coming over here, and unbelievably, I'm beating the horse. I'm literally riding here, and it's likely that I'm going to win. But suddenly he started getting really fast, and maybe he's going to pass me. But I finally reached the finish line, and now I won. That horse lost to a player who was just using a skateboard. Guys, he's looking here, and he said, you cheated. And obviously I didn't cheat, especially because there's no reason to do that. But now I'm finally arriving at my new house, which is a really cool house. Now he just closed the gate, and that player is coming to my house, especially because he lost to me. And my friend finally decided to come back here because I won. I'm sure he thought I was going to lose. He didn't expect me to win, but he can let my friend in, especially because I know him. So he finally opened the gate. Now my friend is coming here, and he said, it's time to test the first way to put a rocket on the car. That's really true. Now it's time to test it, but there are many ways to put a rocket on the car, and I'm going to test the very first one. But for that I have to choose a car where the back part of the car looks like this. They're really specific cars that I can put a rocket on in Brookhaven. So I got this car, and he even came here, and he said, there wasn't a worse car for you to pick. Look, he's talking bad about my car, and that's because I really picked a very bad car. So I picked this car. Now he got in here, and this car is a little better than the previous one. Now to put a rocket on this car, I first have to flip my Brookhaven car. And it's going to be pretty easy to do that. But I have to flip this car in a very different way. It has to be a very specific way. So for that I'm coming to the front and I'm going to test several ways to flip this car in the game. But it's really hard. Now I got right here and I'm going to flip my car. I think this way is already really good. It's actually perfect. But he's looking here and he said, it's horrible. I'm going to test this with another car. Okay, he can do that and good luck because I doubt he's going to manage to put rockets on his Roblox car. He even grabbed this FBI car and I don't know how he plans to do that. But now he's coming down here and it didn't work. And now he's coming back again. Guys, he went down here and he actually managed to do it. But I'm going to copy him. So I got this car and he came here too. But look, my friend had a great idea. This car is really square and maybe it's really easy to do this. I'm getting right here and now I flip my car. Now I'm testing this again. And it's really hard to put a rocket on the car because you have to be really careful. But actually I'm going to test something different. I know a way to make this really work. And for some reason my friend is back here and now he came to the front. Here on the right I'm going to grab this house. Now this player lost his house. So he's coming to my friend's house. He literally stole this house. But now I'm coming right here and it's going to be really easy to flip my car this way. The car has to be exactly like this. And this is really good. This way I'm going to be able to put the first rocket on my car. First I'm going to get up here like this. On the right I'm going to grab this item and now I'm going to place it on my car. I'm really going to place several rockets. This rocket looks a little ugly, but later I'm going to test a way to get a much better looking rocket. Guys, this is already perfect. Now I can go down here and grab my car. So I'm going to delete the house on the right. And it really worked, which is impressive. But now my friend is driving this car for some reason. He literally stole my car, but he left. So guys, I have to get a house quickly because it's against the rules to not get a house in Brookhaven, especially because houses are important. And even the judge was watching here. Now I got my house back and in return I got a really different car. It's a car that shoots this really cool rocket that looks like a real rocket. But I'm going to do a race against a player who's better than me. And my friend is going to choose which player I'm going to compete against. So I'm coming here to the front and the judge has to open the gate because I want to move forward here. Now he's coming to open the other gate and I'm going to have to choose a player to compete against in this Brookhaven race. That player just arrived here and he looks like a very serious person. He's opening his garage and he basically has a truck. Guys, I can't race against a truck because a truck is definitely faster than me. Now this other player showed up here and he seems like a really crazy person, especially because he has this car that maybe is easier to beat. So I choose this player because I'm probably going to win the race if I race against him. And now he understood that. But now we're standing right here and he has a really weird car because it just has this face on it, but he removed it. And I don't know why he's modifying his car, especially because he made his tire yellow. Look, that made it even worse. My friend said, why does he look like me? And that's true. My friend looks just like that. And this player is exactly like him. They're strangely similar. But I'm getting ready here because I want to be prepared to start the race. And as soon as I win this, I'm going to test the other way to get rockets on the car. It already started, so we're coming up to the front. And my car is way faster than his. Now I'm passing right here, and he's also coming this way. But he's way slower. This rocket really gave me a lot of speed here in Brookhaven. He even got right here and crashed into my Roblox car. But I won exactly because of the rocket. He even came here, and he said, only noobs use rockets. Look, I don't know why he said that, but now he wants to break my car. Guys, I have to get out of here now, and I'm not going to let him break my car. Actually, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to crash into his car in Brookhaven. My friend grabbed that car, and we have to run away now. That player got really mad, but he lost his car, and my friend finally got this car, where he's going to be able to move houses if he wants to here in Brookhaven. And suddenly, he got really fast. But I'm coming back to the neighborhood, and it looks like he's also coming back here. So now I'm going up here, especially because I got a new house, and this new house is way better than my previous one. Actually, this is the best house of all. But my friend came right here, and I don't know what he wants to say, but I'm sure he wants to test the other way to get a rocket on his Roblox car. And that's not as hard as it looks. I'm going to test two ways now. But guys, there's a problem. That player is coming here, and it really looks like he's very mad at us, and he's coming here to attack us. But the judge came here and is stopping him from coming through. That player can't get past the judge. He said, let me through, please. I want to hit them. Guys, I want to see what the judge is going to say. And apparently he refused. Look, that's really good because we're safe. We're completely protected in the city. But I'm coming here because I have to run away from this player quickly before he suddenly starts chasing me again. There are actually two more ways to put a rocket on your car. The second way is basically knowing the Brookhaven bus. But the third way I'm going to test later is the best one of all. I'm going to have to flip my bus in a way that it stays straight. But that's way harder than it looks. Now I finally managed to do that. that, and the bus ended up like this. It's literally flipped over, and it's completely straight. Now I'm going to have to go up there very carefully. I'm going to place the ladder here, and I'm going to start placing rockets right up there in the front. I'm really placing several rockets. Now I'm going to drive the bus. It actually turned out perfect. You can see there's a rocket coming out from the back, but this time it looks better. And my car is super fast because of the rocket. I literally have the fastest bus ever because it has rockets. Guys, this is really fast. But now I'm going to test the next way to get rockets on your Brookhaven car, which is the best way of all. And for that I'm in Roblox Studio, and now I have to grab some very specific things. I got this van that basically has a rocket, and this is really cool, so I'm going to place even more. I'm going to add the maximum number of rocket cars possible. Even my friend came here, and apparently he approved this. So I'm going to keep working on my Roblox game. I also grabbed this car that looks like just a normal car, but if I drive it, I'm going to discover a totally secret feature it has. Now I'm driving it, and this car gets a lot of speed because it shoots out this fire from the back, which is really cool. And that's something that should exist in Brookhaven. The game should have cars that shoot this fire from the back to get more speed. Now my friend has to follow me on Roblox. Apparently he left the game because we're going to play my Roblox game. Now we're in my game, and he also joined here to test it. But now I'm going to test the very first car of all that has a rocket. And for that I'm running over here, and this is the vehicle, so I want my friend to drive it. Actually, I'm going to drive it myself. I just have to get inside, but I don't know how this works. So I'm going to press this Roblox button, and actually my friend is going to press it. He's even coming here to press it, and now I'm flying here with my Brookhaven car. This is seriously the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me, especially because I'm flying forever. I'm literally flying with this car. Now my friend got here, and he has to see this car, but he can't come here, especially because there's no space in the car for him. I'm even coming to the front here, and there are a bunch of rockets, but I'm basically going to use them to fly into space. Now I'm coming back to pick up my friend because he accidentally stayed back here, and he finally came back. So now I'm coming to the front, and this is the best car in Brookhaven. But now there are a bunch of players here, and I'm going to grab more cars for them. There are 4 cars here, and now there are 8 cars. So now there are 12. There are simply enough cars for everyone who's in my game. Perfect. They all arrived here, and they're going to have to pick a Brookhaven car. I even want to see which car they're going to choose. But I'm driving this car, and everyone is grabbing a car. This is really cool. There's even a car stuck to me, and I can't get it off. I'm literally stuck. Now everyone's here, so we're going to fly away at any moment. We're literally going to fly. Now someone needs to press this button, and that player pressed it, and we're flying. You can see that a bunch of people are flying up here, and this is the most different thing I've ever seen. But I want to fly to space, for real. Now there are several players here, and they have to come in one of these rockets. Now a lot of players are coming to this part. They're in these rockets, and this is really cool. I'm getting to this rocket, and I was invisible. Now I press this button, and I'm literally going to fly. Some rockets are already flying, but I'm going to fly right now, along with this other player. And this is really interesting. This player is also flying, and now I'm officially going to space. But I'm going to space for real. We're flying in Brookhaven and going straight to the moon. And I finally reached the moon. So now I'm going down here, and this is really different. We officially all arrived on the moon at the same time in the game. And the moon is really different. The Brookhaven moon is really weird, especially because it's really big. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button. I'll add you on Roblox.